Elon Musk has used his company Tesla to build electric cars, trucks, and quad bikes. Could a plane be next? The polymath billionaire has finally revealed his ambitious plan to build an electric supersonic jet. And boy, we couldn't be more thrilled. So, will the Tesla aircraft dominate the airline industry soon? How will it take flying to the next level? Stay tuned to find that out. In October of 2021, Elon Musk tweeted something so intriguing that it took the internet by storm. The multi-talented tech titan posted this: "I'm so dying to do a supersonic electric VTOL jet, but adding more work will make my brain explode." Musk's ambition for an electronic aircraft isn't new. The Tesla CEO has always been invested in possible sustainable solutions to all of our problems, whether it's sustainable transport on land, making space travel easier, or using artificial intelligence for a greater purpose. Musk has dabbled in just about everything, and this time he's explicitly expressed his desire to be a part of the airline industry so he can improve it from the inside out. Alright, now the question is this: will Tesla develop the next generation aircraft anytime soon? The obvious answer is yes. Musk is already working on his multi-billion-dollar companies, SpaceX and Tesla. Not only that, but he's also heading his neurotech startup Neuralink and tunnel digging venture, the Boeing Company, as well as the artificial intelligence research laboratory, OpenAI. So the only thing stopping him from leading the airline industry is his current workload, according to the man himself. But Tesla fans can rest assured that the company is already looking at the skies in hopes of leading the aviation sector as well. It's true that the aviation industry has not exactly been the most innovative or lucrative sector over the past couple of decades, though that isn't due to a lack of effort or ideas about more sustainable alternatives. The problem lies in the fact that alternative options may cause undesirable effects on the airline company's financial or environmental sustainability. However, once we put Tesla into the mix, there's a very strong chance that aviation will greatly improve. Because Musk's company has always come up with the most innovative solutions when it comes to conquering space or exploring the road. But let me ask you guys this: do you think that an electric aircraft is a viable option? How will Tesla even pull that off? The truth is, we're still not sure what to expect from the elusive Tesla plane. But we know that once the Tesla plane is out, it'll offer a greater flight experience than your conventional airplane. In fact, it'll change the landscape of the aviation industry for the better in the long run. Now, let's talk about the possible expectations, challenges, and solutions related to this thrilling electric plane. Alright, so over the years, Tesla has demonstrated an uncannily high level of technological advancement. I mean, just look at their electric vehicles, and you see what I mean. The cutting-edge innovation incorporated into Tesla products is insane. But will the Tesla plane follow the same lines as its land counterpart? Just imagine the time needed to plan, design, and test an electric aircraft. So, is it even worth the wait? Let me tell you this: the Tesla plane is so worth the wait. According to Elon Musk, he's deliberating on making a phenomenal electric jet that would have a supersonic vertical takeoff. This basically means that the electric plane will use vertical takeoff and landing, or VTOL, technology to achieve a very high altitude. Then it'll use battery-powered propulsion to reach astounding speeds of 1,236 kilometers per hour, or about 768 miles per hour. Yeah, I can already picture how amazing that would look. Now, to put it simply, this sort of technology means that we won't require a runway to thrust the plane into the sky. Instead, it'll fly straight up and simply take off vertically rather than racing all the way down the long runways. So it appears that Musk is resolutely set on building a supersonic jet that uses only a vertical takeoff and landing. However, it's easy to plan and theorize, but a positive outlook just isn't enough to determine how this electric plane will perform in reality. One of the major problems underlying this ambitious idea is the issue of ample resources and efficiency needed to build the Tesla plane. According to the founder of Tesla, the aviation industry is an entirely unique sector from car making. Since no other automaker has stepped into it, he's still unsure of the challenges he might face once he joins the airline industry. Musk believes that it's gonna be really tough to carry out a large-scale electric aircraft production. Not to mention that meeting all the international regulations and restrictions will be an entirely different nuisance. On top of that, there's a rampant resource scarcity, which means they don't have enough unallocated resources to guide their course of action. But that is not all. Even more hurdles, besides the financial constraints, must be overcome before Tesla can start working on the Tesla planes. According to Musk, finding the right talent is already quite tricky. But getting all the skilled people to work effectively in the company to achieve a common goal is even more difficult. Due to this, talented engineers have to face a fundamental limitation in the workplace. Even so, Tesla is still looking into building an efficient, full-capacity airplane that'll be sustainable as well as cost and energy efficient. At the same time, companies like Tesla and Hyundai are also carrying out studies and presenting various patents for prototypes of cars that can carry 3 to 4 people in the air. So yeah, it isn't just Tesla who's investing in this sort of technology. Only time will tell how Tesla will perform in this competition. But based on past results, Tesla has consistently emerged as the leading company in electric vehicles. So I wouldn't be too shocked if Tesla also becomes the global leader in the electric aircraft industry. Okay, so now let's talk about the pros and cons of this electric plane. Is it going to be better than a conventional airplane? Well, if we compare them, practicality and cost seems to be the major distinction between conventional airplanes and electric airplanes. For example, when it first came out in the 80s, the Concorde could fly from New York to London in just 3.5 hours. Now that's all nice and dandy. However, the fuel cost, noise pollution, and the harm it caused to the ozone layer meant that this plane was more trouble than it was worth. On the other hand, electric planes aren't noisy, nor do they require so much extra care during takeoff. Since they are battery powered, they don't cause pollution or harm the ozone layer. Not to mention that they would also be much cheaper and environment friendly than gas powered planes. So it's actually more practical to use electric planes because they would cut manufacturing and maintenance costs. In fact, they're going to be even more efficient since Elon Musk plans to decrease runway distances in order to make takeoffs more cost and resource efficient. This electric plane is designed in such a way that it can take off like a drone with the aid of a strong upward thrust, which can be redirected as a forward thrust with the help of multiple propellers. Hence, the loud noise produced during the takeoff will be considerably reduced once the upward thrust is divided. Another good news is that Tesla is already working on extending its battery life, so it will be pretty feasible to use the electric planes in the future. So yeah, you'll need just around 400 watt-hours per kilogram if the electric aircraft has a high percentage of the cell. This means that the Tesla plane will be wickedly fast like a supersonic plane, although not quite on the same level as a rocket. So as a result, the time for flights will be reduced significantly, and you'll be able to travel all over the world in mere hours, or perhaps minutes. However, the problem of battery life still remains. Even Musk himself has admitted that battery power is the biggest obstacle faced by Tesla. Of course, we know that battery power is limitless, but its time for storage is not. You can't store the battery indefinitely since you can't transfer and transport electricity like fuel. So, for this very reason, Tesla is hard at work trying to improve its battery capacity in order to increase efficiency. Oh, and on a lighter note, we can expect to see their efficient batteries in the next 2 years or so. Although batteries aren't the sole issue faced by Tesla right now, safety is also another important concern when it comes to handling an electric plane. The truth is, we don't have sufficient information or certification, so we can hardly develop any safety protocols in case of an emergency. The electric plane is still in the earliest stages of development, and checking the battery for faults or damage would be extremely expensive. Unlike a conventional plane where you can just check the fuel pipe for damage, checking an electric battery would require time, skill, and money. Additionally, aviation certificates will be needed before Tesla can mass produce the electric aircraft. So it's going to be a lot of hassle for the company, that's for sure. This will extend the time frame even more before the planes can finally be commercialized. To sum it up, it might take a decade or so before we get to see supersonic electric planes soaring above our heads. But in the long run, it's going to help us transition into green transport. So, what's to complain about, right? Alrighty guys, that concludes our video. Click on one of the two videos on your screen right now, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.